Just got to do a better job with that. My message to the team was, hey, look, they all count now. And so, go get your rehab and your preventative care and rest your minds, but it's time to go, and hopefully we're all on the same page going forward.
You talked earlier in the week about some guys we're going to play and we're not going to play depending on overall health. What is the decision to play some of the guys who might be quote-unquote starters tonight?
We just played the guys that we thought needed to have more live action, and that's the way we approached it.
Was the plan for Jacoby to just play the first series, or was that as a result?
No, that was the plan. We were going to play Jacoby a series or two and get Drake in.
Would he have been able to play?
He would have been able to continue.
Okay.
What's his health status right now? Is he?
I talked to him. Look, we'll see tomorrow. You always feel a little bit more sore the next day, but he said he was good. We'll find out tomorrow.
How concerned are you about the offensive line, Jerod?
I think it is a concern. I think the biggest concern for me, it's not the X's and O's of what to do. It's just the lack of discipline that they showed today, and that's on all of us. That's on me. It starts with me. I got to be more diligent in getting on those guys about pre-snap penalties, and the rest of the coaches have to do the same thing. But the players also have to take responsibility for those pre-snap penalties. Look, the referees, they did a good job. They warned us multiple times. We talked, then we got flagged, and they just kept on the flag because we didn't adjust. And one thing, I've learned around here is we'll do business as business is being done. And if you see them calling those type of plays, you got to self-correct and get better. So we just didn't do that tonight.
I feel like the offensive line has been a talking point throughout training camp. Why do you think there's been a lot of progress with that unit?
I mean, look, I tell the guys all the time. Every single day, we just have to get better. Obviously, we have to gel as a unit. That's one of those units where you got to be close on the field and off the field and build that trust, and it's a process that we're continuing to go through.
Heading into tonight's game, you had mentioned that you expected to have a decision on the starting quarterback decision, competition made by tomorrow night. Is that still?
Yeah. Look, I mean, that's always the goal. And as I always say, I reserve the right to change my mind. In saying that, look, we got to watch the film. We get in at 3 o'clock in the morning, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get through all the film on the plane.
Sorry about that. One of the starters you did see time today was Pop Douglas. He played kind of a lot of snaps. Was that by design? You said one of those guys who needs a little bit more action.
Yeah, it was by design. Once again, guys that need live action. Same thing with Marcus Jones, getting them out there. Guys that need live action. That was the mentality going into the game, and I was happy to see him out there.
Jerod, with Jacoby suffering an injury tonight, I think it just raises the possibility that if he's the starter week one, that could happen in the regular season. Would Drake Maye play if Jacoby's unavailable?
I would like to sit here and say 100%. He's our second best quarterback on our roster right now.
But, so is that a yes or?
Next question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure until I watch the film.
Are you concerned about the offensive line if you had to put Drake in that situation?
Look, I'm not concerned about I'm concerned about every position. And then I would say Elliott and myself and the rest of the staff, our job is to always, look for better players. We'll be very active on the waiver wire. There'll be some good football players out there on the street. And, look, we'll try to get this team better.
What stood out to you about Drake's performance tonight?
Sorry?
What stood out to you about Drake's performance?
Yeah, I think he showed great poise. He went out there. His quarterback rating was 100 or something like that. He made plays. He looked like he was in control of the offense and did a good job for us.
Jerod, speaking on the offensive line, we saw City So go out. He was questionable and downgraded to out. Do you have any update on his status right now?
No, I don't have an update. He'll get an MRI at some point tomorrow.
Do you
But
anticipate it being a little serious? If he...
I'm not sure. I wish I could tell you. I'm just not sure.
Would the line's performance impact your decision on when to play Drake Maye? Would you be concerned about playing him behind the line?
We always say, look, the best players are going to play. No matter if it's a quarterback or an offensive line, it doesn't matter. We're going to play the best players.
How frustrating was it? I saw you after a series, I think, go over to the offensive line after Onwenu had the illegal formation. You seemed like you were demonstrative, pretty much pointing it out, and then it happened right again. How frustrating was that?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. And once again, it starts with me. I just got to get on those guys more in practice about some of that stuff. I think the most frustrating part was after you've been told that you have to move up, that they continue to line up the same way. I would say some of those calls, I mean, I don't know, but you look at the pictures and we were definitely deep.
You guys were told specifically about the illegal. That was the point of emphasis, the illegal formation calls.
Well, the point of emphasis, they always give you a warning, like the tackles are too far back and things like that. And we had those warnings and we didn't take heed, and they threw the flag.
Is the rule of thumb on that if the tackle's head is?
They line up off of the guards, and then I would also say, depending on who's out there ref, and they all see it a little bit different. Once again, the most frustrating part was this is how they're calling your alignment. Let's make those adjustments.
Aside from the decision, how gratifying has it been to see Drake make it tough on you?
It's been great. Once again, just his overall steadiness and being able to come into work every single day and get better. It's been great to see.
Did you have any awareness of anything going on with his hand? It just looked like he was kind of looking down at his hands every once in a while, Drake.
I'm not sure. I didn't see that.
Jerod, with 20 camp practices and 3 preseason games, how confident are you now going forward? It starts up 2 weeks from now, really getting your team ready for Cincinnati.
Yeah, look, we'll be ready to go. We're going to go into a hostile environment. We have things to work on. We're going to watch this film. We'll grade the film. We'll make roster moves and decisions as we see fit. And we're going to try to put the best New England Patriots team we can against Cincy. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Drake, Mayo, locker room is open. Use the doors out and to the right.
Drake, just what was it like for you, kind of taking another step forward? It looked like tonight when you got out there.
Yeah, I think it felt good being out there. I think the biggest thing is just hurting ourselves offensively, stalling drives with penalties, and I got to get us out of the huddle probably faster. Other than that, had a snap on the ground, just little things like that. Got to clean up, but at the same time, it's a good learning experience for us, and get ready for when things are start counting. So.
Kind of wowed all of New England with that play that got called back, unfortunately, on that penalty. Take us through that play when you hit KJ.
Yeah, I think they went cloud. We had kind of a high-low concept to the left. I was trying to work backside and ended up getting outside the pocket. And I think it would have been close if I passed the line. It was definitely real close. I'm not sure what the TV copy looked like. But, KJ just making a play. And, Bummer got called back. But just the same thing, just hurting ourselves and in a 2-minute drive. Can't do that.
On that first drive you got in the game, go right down the field for a touchdown. What was working for you guys, you feel like, on that first drive?
Yeah, I think the guys are just doing their jobs. I think that's the biggest thing, executing plays that we practice all week. Finding guys, my job is to get the ball to them. And, backed up and we had a snap, low snap and probably should have caught it. And, I think we were 2nd and 18 from there. Just can't, shoot ourselves in the foot, little things like that. Against a good football team. Like we got lucky tonight, so just got to start better.
How much different do you feel you are now as opposed to when this training camp started?
Yeah, I think it's I think it's been awesome training camp. Not only to get to see our defense, but to mix in other defenses and going out there and playing and feeling like getting hit. I think we're getting there. I think it's been fun out there with some of the rooks. JP made some plays tonight. I'm sitting over there in the corner. Just get some of the rookies together and finally Layden was in at right guard, so just kind of molding, kind of finding our groove. So it's been awesome camp and. It's been tough too. And our rookie season's been long. We've been going at it since before the draft. So just looking forward to getting to see what the NFL season's like.
Jake, it looks like you got jostled a couple times coming away from center. I think you got stepped on one time.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what was happening?
Yeah, I'm just trying to secure the snap. I gotta get out of there. But also, I think the big dude, the nose tackle, I think 91 was the number. He's a good player. So I gotta get out of there faster. And Nick's doing a heck of a job fighting in there. So just gotta get away from center.
With the fumbled snap, what's the issue on that?
Yeah, I just think it's when you practice pregame and over on the sideline it's a little different than when somebody's up there right against you. So we figured something out, and I think on the sideline after that first drive and from there on we were it just kind of it felt good. So
Drake, on the completion to Jalen, just what did you see there on that play?
yeah, I just had a high-low crossing concept. JP did a nice job weaving through traffic and I try to get him a good ball and catch and run from there. So I think he does a nice job. Mixing up different spots with JP, playing outside, inside, more inside at night, and does a good job of getting open. So my job is to give him the rock and let him do his thing.
Drake, would you feel ready to play week 1 if you were asked?
Yeah, I think I would feel ready. I think I'm ready for whoever this football team asks of me and ready to get out there and try to help us beat the Bengals week 1.
Drake, you mentioned getting in and out of the huddle. How much do you think you've improved in terms of operation, command of the huddle?
Yeah, I think command the huddle is a huge thing for quarterback. I think I'm getting there. Kind of trying to improve every week. I think one thing on the sideline, one of the offensive linemen said I'd just go in there and speak real fast. I kind of do here in media too. I just got to slow down sometimes. just hearing the play and kind of look around and like I said, a little command of the huddle. But other than that, I feel like I have my eyes on the play clock well and just kind of hurrying guys up to try to get the playoff. So.
Drake, with 20 camp practices, 3 preseason games, kind of what have you learned now, basically, as you get ready?
Yeah, biggest thing playing probably learn is just just next play mentality. You'll take whether it's a good play, bad play, play you wish you had back. Had a few of those tonight. Let's move on to the next play. It's the next play. Type league. It's next week type league. In the NFL is what I'm learning, and other than that, just enjoy it. Have fun. It's sad. But the reality is some of these guys, especially these rookies, are going to be gone. Come next week, and just enjoy those days. With those guys, you're creating great memories and enjoy the times out here with the fellas.
Drake, when we were talking to MVP earlier last week, he mentioned just pre-snap, like the tools at your disposal, especially to handle like pressure and things like that. How do you feel like you've come along in that area?
Yeah, I think it's huge in this offense. Especially when we're not out here and preseason with some vanilla looks, especially pressure-wise. I feel like I'm a smart kid that can, did a lot of protection stuff in college. Me and my center was all on us, protection-wise, and I felt like we did a good job not having free runners, back there. But it's a different kind of league here now. They try to scheme me up, so definitely the tools, different tools to protect myself and really protect the offense. I feel like I'm getting there. I've done a few of them in practice, so trying to working through them and see different looks each week. So, thank y'all.
Thanks. Well, you got 3 preseason games in the books here. How do you feel coming out as a rookie and getting ready to embark on an NFL career?
Yeah, man, it feels pretty good. Just go out there with the guys and go to work and get a touch and feel how it feels to go against other guys. So I'm excited.
How would you describe your growing connection with Drake?
Yeah, it grows each and every day. In the huddle, off the field as well. Just picking his brain and he's picking mine too. Just to continue to build that relationship so it can translate.
I feel like you played explosive offense in college, and I've been watching you practice in the games. You seem like the same guy every snap. Good route running, strong to the catch. You feel you've done enough to be ready to go in Cincinnati if the numbers call?
Yeah, man, I'm ready for whatever. Whatever this team need me to do. I don't care what that is. So I'm willing to go do whatever I can, to help this team win games. So I think the biggest thing really is just consistency, being consistent and being dependable. So the guys that's next to you when you're out there can depend on you whenever they need you.
How excited are you about this offense as you get started, as you get going here in that first game?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's exciting. It's a real explosive offense. We got guys that can run the ball. We got guys that can hold up on the line. And, we got great quarterbacks and guys that can go catch the ball and block. So, we got guys all around the field that can go out there and make plays.
What have you seen from Drake in terms of the confidence that he projects to his teammates as he's able to experience?
Yeah, with his confidence, you can feel that. You can feel that when you're going out there, and he holds a certain type of swagger for himself. So I can feel that for sure, and it's contagious. So as long as he continue to rise and do that, all the guys will as well.
Jalen, just the crossing route I asked Drake about, just taking from your perspective.
Yeah, trying to get through traffic. We ran that play through our practice, so that was definitely one of those ones that I wanted to hit. So when I got the opportunity and we needed it, go down there and score. So going to make a play. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Mike, let's just begin with how emotional or what you're feeling as far as the offensive line. I think you guys had 10 penalties tonight. 4 declined.
Yeah.
What was it like for you guys going through what you went through?
Yeah, no, it was a sloppy game overall. Definitely by the tackles. I believe most of them were on the tackles. So, we just got to look at the film and correct it. But, obviously it's not how we practice, not how we train. So definitely want to get better on that aspect and don't want to have that happen in the regular season.
Yeah, what explanation did you get on the
Sometimes they said we were farther back. I was lining up on my guard and making sure I was on my center's hip and making sure I was in alignment. But, they called it how they saw it. So, I can't do nothing about it. But definitely improve on it and make sure I'm on the line.
Why do you think it's been so difficult for the offensive line to establish consistency?
I don't think it's been difficult. When you watch the tape, I think we move the ball. We move the defensive line, but definitely we got to have the good plays and keep consistency with the plays, as in good, positive plays each play.
With the penalties in particular, what would you attribute that to?
You know, I really couldn't tell you. You know, the explanation that I got was what I just said, but you know, I didn't think I was behind the line on most of them. But you know, like I said, it's how the refs call it, and I can't do nothing about it.
Like, it's pretty unusual to see that penalty called
Mhm.
as it was tonight.
Yeah.
Do you feel, is that like an emphasis at all from the league that you know about, or anything?
Uh,
Sometimes they like emphasize things.
I mean, I'm unsure. You know, I got my warning, and you know, I was making sure I was moving up on the ball, but you know, they were still calling the flag. So I don't know what they were seeing. You know, sometimes it was the ref on the other side of the field, and I was on the right calling the flag. So I'm unsure, but you know, that's how they called it.
Your head coach was frustrated, obviously, by
Mhm.
the situation. What do you say to you guys about what you guys went through there with lack of, I guess, discipline in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, he said definitely we got to fix it. You know, he said some of them we were farther back, but like I said, I was making sure I was on the line or trying to scoot up on the line each play. So, you know, it's just how they called it.
You guys have been together as a group since, you know, day one, training camp, all the way through the 3 preseason games. How confident are you get it right, get it going 2 weeks from now?
Yeah, I don't think that's a big deal. You know, we blocked the guys up there, so I think that's really where you see the win at. But obviously, we got to get better on the pre-snap penalties.
Final question for Mike?
Jerod said that, you know, an offensive line has to be close on the field and off the field.
Mhm.
How do you feel about, you know, where you guys are in terms of that relationship?
Yeah.
Even off the field?
Yeah, no, I feel good about all the offensive linemen. I think we are cohesive and we communicate, we talk, we hang out outside of football. So I think we're all close, and you know, whichever guy is in there, I think they're going to play their best and play as well as we expect them to.
You saw City go down. Last question. How ready are you to play wherever? It seems like you're kind of one of those
Yeah.
wherever you need me kind of guys right now.
I mean, just throughout my years, you know, I've been a player that's been selfless and just does what the team needs. So, you know, it would be nothing less of that. So, you know, it was sad seeing him go down. You know, I didn't expect it, and I didn't. Obviously, you feel for him, but you know, I just hope he'll recover quickly and get back for week 1.
How y'all doing?
Good. I guess, what do you take from this whole experience that you've got now as you get ready for NFL season?
It was great. You know, it was an opportunity for, you know, just the young guys and, you know, the players that been here previous years that didn't have too many opportunities to get to come out here and have an opportunity and, you know, show what they have. So it was a blessing to have it, but at the same time, you know, just looking forward to what's tomorrow.
What type of growth have you seen from Drake in the quarterback room?
Say that one more time.
What type of growth have you seen from Drake in the quarterback room?
I mean, I've seen a lot of growth. You know, just the first thing is just, you know, the way that he approached the days. You know, he does pretty much the same thing every day. Far as like what he does in the training room, what he does for film, and he always be ready to go the next day. He get himself mentally prepared for what's up next.
What have you learned as you start out this journey so far?
I mean, everything takes time. I feel that. You know, just sometimes I gotta. Some people say give myself grace, but I wouldn't necessarily give myself grace just because I am as a person. I'm very hard on myself, so just to be a little bit more lenient on, you know, how I approach, you know, the way that I talk to myself, you know, just be a little bit more lenient on that.
And with that, how excited are you for what you can get?
Very excited. You know, just a lot of work to be done, but at the same time, man, just looking forward to, you know, just filling my position, whatever that may be, is on the team so far, and just keep competing day in, day out. That's the only thing I can do, and just control the controllables.
You like it here, don't you?
Oh, I love it, most definitely.
Jim, we heard from Jerod earlier, and him, Jay Long in particular, who was here, Jay, what stands out to you about your classmates in the receiving group?
Man, they hard workers, but they just got that swag to themselves, you know, that how they carry themselves day in, day out. And just being around those guys from throughout the whole pre-draft process, you know, you just get a feel for who they are as a person. And you could tell that those three, or just my rookie class in general, have been raised correctly by their parents and by their family members. So it's a good thing to see. Good. Thank y'all. God bless.
what you take out of this preseason finale?
It was long. It was a long preseason, but it was good. I mean, we got to see a lot of different guys, flash potential, and, it's always every preseason you see what rookie steps up and what newcomer steps up. So I think that's always the cool thing to see. We had a lot, and, it was a fun ride. Like, you only get, there was a couple weeks to play with all 90 guys, and then, in a couple of days it's a whole different team. So I think for me, I just, I'm happy we played. Obviously, ending with 2 losses isn't what we wanted, but I'm happy how guys competed and came to work every day.
You seem like you got better and better as camp went on. How do you feel about your body of work?
I feel good. I love it here. I think I have the best coach in the league. He did it at a high level. He can coach it at a high level, and then we got a bunch of guys in our room who are hungry and who are dogs and played a lot of football. So I really leaned on a lot of those guys this year between Bent and Quan and Jelani, Christian, the list goes on. Everybody in the room still, you know what I'm saying, Taki. So it's one of those things where you got to bring your best every day. Otherwise, you will be lost very quickly. So I felt for me just, keeping my head down, working as hard as I possibly can, and, making the plays that needed to be made when they're there.
Walk us through the interception.
We got a good zone call. I was off the quarterback's eyes. Christian carried the receiver, to me, and he threw the ball to me. So I felt good about that.
Speak on how things maybe change for you guys, obviously, in the next few days. The cuts coming, is it a time of anxiety in the locker room? What's that like?
I definitely think, it's a tough time. You see guys who, bust their butt since the day they were drafted or signed as undrafted or signed whenever, and, you work for a goal and that goal is not always accomplished. I can say I've been on that side of the, spectrum quite a bit in my career. I've seen to been able to stick, between practice squads and playing a little bit, but it's definitely a tough time. It's never fun. But this is, the best league. This is what you strive to get to. So the competition is what the competition is. So you have to bring it every day. But it is tough. There's guys you play with and you might never see again. So just appreciating all the moments we had together and kind of just looking for, and, if you're going to be here, you're here, it gets real. And if not, we wish you the best of luck.
As someone who's been in the league a couple of years, I was wondering if you could talk on the performance of Drake tonight and what he was able to do, and what he was able to how he was able to grow and evolve over the course of the summer.
Yeah, well, Drake's a hard worker. He's in the building early. He's leaving the building late. He's fiery. He's not going to back down. And he grew over the course of the preseason, and that's what we needed him to do. And he's going to do it. I mean, he's got all the intangibles. He's ready. He challenges us every day. So it's just exciting seeing a UNC guy, do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little bit. I can let him hear it every once in a while.
How tough a day in general is Tuesday for everybody?
It's tough. It's tough. You don't know your reality until it happens. So I've been a guy who's been cut early. I've been a guy who's been cut at the 11th hour. So it's one of those days, you kind of want to just turn off your phone and hope for the best. But you just take a breath and, what I'm saying, you rely on what you did the last couple of weeks and you hope for the best outcome there is.
You got your hands on a lot of balls. Tonight you had the interception. You were on the ball a lot in coverage. What's been the key for you defensively in this system in terms of feeling comfortable?
It's my second year, and I can think, like I said earlier, like Coach Hightower, he pushes us every day, and there's never a moment where you could be like, but hi, like this happened. He's going to show you him doing it. So when you got a guy who's played in your defense, who's played the same calls you've played, who's seen some of the same quarterbacks you've seen, it's easy. It's easy to learn. It's easy to whatever, and you just have to be coachable, take coaching, and I felt like I did that this year. And, I made the plays when I got a chance to make the plays.
Is he a guy that you want to meet you guys in the league?
Absolutely. Devin McCourty is my connection to the Patriots from the same town, with the same high school, and so I watched him as much as anybody, and I played with him. So of course I was, keyed in on the backers and things like that. But again, we have our head coach is an ex-linebacker, who played in this system as well. So it's a standard you got to keep up, and High is really helping us do that.
Final question: How good do you think this defense can be?
The best. We got guys at every position who can play, from top to bottom, and it's exciting. A lot of guys didn't get to play in the preseason. for, you know, good reason. But I'm excited to see them play. I think this defense, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? We got the guys, we got the coaches. It's just going out and executing. Appreciate it.
Thank you.